Hi folks, this is Jay, hope you're okay. We're looking at this book by John Fountain, not David Fountain, sorry. John Fountain is a Muslim writer, and he talks about the Injeel, Jesus and the Injeel and stuff, and talks about this word Evangelion. Forgive me if I can't pronounce it sometimes. And we're looking at what it actually means, and we're looking at the source that he quotes, but he doesn't give us the page number, so we're using the page number. It's page 270 in Frederick Kittle. What we've seen so far is it doesn't have, so far it's the understanding of the word is not the same as the Quran in the secular culture of the ancient world and the religious culture of the ancient world. It doesn't match the Quranic understanding of the word. Okay, but now let's go to the New Testament. Evangelion in the New Testament, Mark has the noun 8 times, Matthew 4, and Luke preferring the verb none at all. There are 2 instances in Acts 16 Pauline works and 1 in 1 Peter and Revelation. The synoptics. Except in the title 1:1 and the general summary in 1:14, Mark has Evangelion only in sayings of Jesus. Doubts have been expressed as to the actual use of the word by Jesus himself, except perhaps in Mark 4:19. The real question, however, is whether it is true to the matter itself. The proclamation of Jesus is undoubtedly good news, and he himself is its proclaimer, so that we have no obvious transition from the verb to the noun. Furthermore, with his messianic consciousness, Jesus realizes that he is not just bringing a new teaching, but bringing himself as the content of his message. So for the disciples, Evangelion implies a disclosure of the messianic secret. Thus, while the verb might be the better term for Jesus himself, the noun is apt for the direct continuation of his proclamation by the community. The question whether the word is original in Jesus' own teaching is consequently of secondary importance, as is also the question whether the gospel of the kingdom or gospel of Jesus is more authentic, or whether the genitive 1:1 is objective or subjective. Jesus both proclaims the gospel and actualizes it. This is revolutionary, folks. This is completely different from what the Muslim scholars told you. He's saying that it's a revelation, the word gospel. What Kittle is saying is more than a revelation, it's a disclosure of Jesus. Jesus, who Jesus is the gospel. Its content is the fulfillment of the time and the nearness of the kingdom. Being contrary to appearances, it demands repentance and faith. During his lifetime, Jesus restricts it to Israel, but all nations are to come in the messianic age, Matthew 8:11, so that when Jesus exalted as Lord in the resurrection, proclamation extends to the Gentiles as itself an eschatological event, Mark 13:10. So the gospel is an eschatological event as well. It's about the death and resurrection of Jesus. So this Muslim scholar has completely misrepresented what Kittle has said, what the actual meaning of the word is. Most of the New Testament references to Evangelion are in Paul, but he uses of to Evangelion, shows that the context is now a fixed one both for himself and his readers, as one may see from 2 Corinthians 8:18. So we'll go into Paul in the next video.